Hey everyone, this is Sade Simone. Thank you for watching my channel. In this video, I'm doing a real cute pink as well as coppery green and bright pink lips. I'm starting off with a clean face and I'm using L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I'm rubbing it all over. It gives you a quick white cast, but it's not too much. For my eyes, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Chocolate. And first thing I do is I just brush out my brows, and then I'm doing the top and the bottom, and then I fill in. My brows have been arched, so I have a little arch to work with, and you may want to make sure that you get them threaded or arched because that helps a lot whenever you're trying to do any type of dip brow or pencils or anything like that. But I just do my top, my bottom, and then I fill in, and then I just brush them through to clean it on up. For my eyes, I'm using LA Girl Pro Conceal in Toffee, and I'm taking a small concealer brush and I'm going below the arch and I'm putting the concealer under there. When you do this, it helps conceal any type of extra hair that you have, and it makes it look more defined and just a really, really clean looking arch. I started blending out with my fingers, and then I went into using my blending from Eco Tools. After that, I start using my eyeshadow primer from Wet n Wild. I blend it all the way through, and after I finish blending, I use tape so I'll be able to put on my eyeshadow, and it gives it a really, really clean look, and especially for us to have issues with wings. The shadow that I'm using is from NYX, and it's from one of their holiday palettes, and this is just a hot pink. I start in my crease and I start blending it through, and I just start adding more and more color to make it more dramatic. When I see that I have enough pink, which means it's pretty dark and I like the way that it's laid in, I go in with a more defined brush and with the two browns mixed together, and I start adding that into my crease, as well as I start adding the darker color brown into my crease as well. And remember, you can do this with any palette you have, so it doesn't necessarily have to be this NYX palette. So you can just pick any colors and just add them together and blend them the same way. Now I'm going in with the dark green, and I'm doing that in the inner corner of my eye because I wanted to have a nice base before I put in the copper on top of that. So I'm just blending in the green, and no, you don't have to have a specific type of cut crease, but I'm just putting it in the corner. Now I'm going in with the dark brown from that Morphe 25B set, and I'm just adding it to smoke it out even more. I had a new discovery that glitter gel helps with regular shadows. So what I did was I added glitter gel on top of my green to give it a really, really bright, and so it could stick and be more metallic than it would regularly be with regular shadow primer. So I'm taking that coppery looking gold and I'm adding it on top of the glitter primer that I put on my green shadow. And so I'm doing that in the inner corners of my eyes. So I noticed that I needed to add some extra pink, so I added pink to the top of it, as well as I'm putting in liner. This is the matte version of the NYX liquid liner, and notice with me using the tape, it's helping me be able to do the wing without having to struggle or try to do it multiple times, and it makes it so both of my wings are actually the same instead of one looking really great and the other one looking okay. So it kind of helps with that a lot. Now I'm using Lash Princess, which is my favorite drugstore mascara. Now I'm color correcting using Ulta Full Coverage Concealer, and this is in Deep Cool, and I'm putting it everywhere that I have really, really dark marks set on my face to make sure that it's fully covered for my full coverage foundation that's coming. For foundation, I'm using Maybelline Superstay in Warm Coconut, as well as I mixed it with Maybelline Fit Me in Latte to cool it down. And I know when I blend it out, it's going to look very, very orange on my face, but by the time I get finished, you'll see the results and it doesn't look nearly as bad. For some reason, a lot of drugstore foundations look very, very orange against our skin, so it's kind of hard to find the ones that look very, very golden as they should. Now I'm going to go through with the blender to blend it down, as well as to get up any excess foundation that is on my face. What it does, it helps mattify it even more, as well as just the blending process. It makes it look so much better than what it would if I was just to use a brush. Now I'm coming through under my eyes with LA Girl Pro Conceal in Toffee, and I'm doing it under my eyes, on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, as well as my chin and right up under my nose on my Cupid's bow area. It's going to bring light where I would like some more light at and make my face look a little bit thinner, on top of me contouring after I get done, because I powder contour. After blending using my Eco Tools blender, I'm going to now put in Milani translucent banana powder up under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, as well as my upper lip, as well as right up under my lips and my chin area. This is going to set everything that I put on my face, the concealer, and just make it so it doesn't crease. And then also give it some brightness that I need to help just shape my face a little bit better. To finish up, I'm using Milani in translucent powder, medium to deep, and I'm putting that on all the spots that I did not put the banana powder. And this is also giving me some contouring before I actually come through with the contour powder. And it's just shaping up my face even more. And I'm just putting it all over. Now using an e.l.f. brush, I'm using this to blend out my banana powder that's on my face. And I used a little powder foundation with that as well. That's my skin tone. I'm using the e.l.f. blush palette in dark, and I'm using the hot pink color, and I'm putting it on my cheeks and blending it out. I'm using the Black Radiance contour palette, and I'm just doing the hollows of my cheeks and my forehead. Make sure you do some really good blending with this, because I just noticed that my forehead was not as blended as I had wanted it to be. So just make sure you're using a really good blending powder brush when you're blending through to blend your forehead as well as your cheeks and whatnot. To highlight, I'm using an Ulta bronzer because I wanted like a light bronzy look. So I'm doing that on my cheeks, and then I'm doing a little bit on my nose as well as my forehead. It gives a real light glow to me. Well, my camera unfortunately died on me before I was able to get finished. So to finish up, I used BH Cosmetics Luxe Lacquer Lipstick in Rogue. I really, really love the finish of this. It's super, super beautiful, and I'm able to wear it every day. Also, I did setting spray, and I used Ulta Matte. And while you're still here, I hope you have a wonderful day. And please check out one of my videos that's coming up next. Also, don't forget to like, share, as well as comment on the video. I hope you have a wonderful day again. And don't forget, there's always a little time for beauty. Bye. Kisses.